Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Richard Mille RM005 Felipe Massa limited edition to 300 pieces in titanium with yellow accents and green accents. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of this watch and where it stands in the lineup of other similar RM05s and other similar smaller RMs. Then I'm going to tell you about the case bezel dial bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start just with a little history. Now, Richard Mille has only been around for around almost 30 years. I think it's like 25 or 27 years, something like that, not long. Pretty much at the turn of the century, right around 2000, they came out and they have made the biggest splash of any watch company in modern history, of any watch in any history actually. They've become one of the top four brands: Rolex, Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, and Richard Mille. Those are probably the top four. Actually, those are the top four, at least in terms of revenue and prestige, actually, and everything. So Richard Mille is definitely up there. Now, this was one of their first creations. This watch right here, the RM005, came out in 2004. 004. And it was produced for around 6 years or so until 2010, when it was taken over by the RM10. And then later that was adjusted, modified, and that made the RM29. And those are all smaller sized watches. And then that eventually led to the larger watch, which is the RM30. And that the RM10 and RM29 were around from approximately 2010 until I think 2018 or so. And that's when the RM30 came over. Although RM10s, strangely enough, are still kind of around as of 2026. I guess they have some leftover parts, or they want to produce some RMs in the tonneau shape that people can actually afford. Okay, so with that said, that means this is the RM005 is the predecessor to the RM10. As the number implies, it's smaller, and the watch itself is also smaller. So now you got a little idea about the lineage of this watch in history, right? Now this one is special. I told you it was one of 300 pieces. They only made 300 of them. There's another, there's not very many special editions of this. This is one of them. I think there's another one, I forget what the name it is. It's blue and red or something like that. America's edition? I forgot, something like that. It's also another one. And then they make it in titanium and also I think in rose gold. But there's not a lot of them out there, and this is smaller. And I'm going to tell you why it actually makes sense when I try it on my wrist and such. You'll really see why it does make sense. Okay. All right. So now you got an idea of where it stands in the lineup, right? And I gave you a little history. Let's start talking about the watch itself, starting with the case. This is the important part. All right. So what about this case should we say? Well, it's one of the smaller cases. Now, what is good about having a smaller case? Actually, I'm going to say that these smaller cases are going to make a comeback. I'm going to make a prediction right here on this channel and say that likely this watch, Richard Mille is going to bring back the RM005, or at least some kind of variation of it. Why? Because it was small, and at the time, 2004, things started getting bigger and bigger, so they went to a bigger case, which is the RM10 and such. But then they realized over time that, these big ones, not everyone can wear them. So we're going to make them smaller again. And that's when the 6702 came and started making that trend down smaller. And now the latest release, which is their hottest release, RM5501, that one is super. It's even smaller. Okay, well, how small is small? Okay, so check this out. The watch itself, it's actually not all that small. From top to bottom, from here to here, okay, let me refocus this where you can see. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, from top to bottom, here to here, you can see it's 45 millimeters. That's what you would call lug to lug, from the top to the bottom, where my finger is pointing here to the bottom right here. That's 45 millimeters. That's not small. If you compare that, it's the same size as like a Nautilus or a Datejust, similar to a Daytona. And so it's not small at all. And then going from left to right, here to here, my 9 to 3 o'clock, this distance, it's 38 millimeters. That's not small either. And if you look at the side profile, as you can imagine, that's 11 millimeters. That's a normal size. That's a normal, and it's not hard to see why when they introduced this was the size. And in a second, you'll see it on my wrist. You'll see that it's a pretty nice size. Not bad at all. And so I believe they'll actually bring it back. And I want to give you some reference, okay? Now, the next size up is the RM10 or the RM29, where they're basically the same size. The only difference is a little bit longer going this way, up and down. It's 47.5 or 48 millimeters going up and down. And this RM72 Lifestyle, the most recent release, is also 48 millimeters. So it's only 3 millimeters longer on this side. It's like 8% bigger going up and down. And left to right is more or less the same, around 38 millimeters. And it's actually even a little bit thinner than the RM10. It's at 11 millimeters here. I think the RM10 is a little bit bigger. Okay, and so it's just a little bit smaller, but not much smaller, right? It's still a very nice size. And definitely much smaller than an RM30, which is actually 50 millimeters from here to here, or an RM65, which is also 50 millimeters. 50 millimeters is pretty much the top end of their lug-to-lug, 50 millimeters. So this one being 45, it's on the smaller side, but there are other ones that are small, like the 6702, 7201. Those are all 48 millimeters, okay? So, yeah, small, but not that small. I have a 7.25 inch wrist, and when I try this on, it actually fits just right. So, okay, anyways. So let's look at the casework here. It's all in titanium. It's like this brushed finish, or actually I wouldn't even call it brushed finish, kind of like a sandblasted brushed finish, something like that. And even back then, they didn't really change anything. This is the same proportions that they have now in 2026 as they did back then, and this was their first one. They kept it the same. They kept the same business model and same case. It looks more or less the same, just smaller. As you can see, it still has its signature, the same as it does now, these sort of pillars right here on the case, and they have it on the opposite side as well, the exposed screws on the front. And if you look at the beveled edge here, it actually looks the same as it does now. It still has the same beveled edge proportion as it does before. And as you see, the bracelet connects to the head of it, just like it does nowadays. Actually, it doesn't look any different than a watch does now in terms of the case. And it's a really nice sandblasted dark finish titanium, which makes the watch really light, which is in line with their philosophy of light watches that can be worn and such. Okay, all right, let's look here at the next. And the crown is for the time its signature, they have this like kind of like a rubber tire going around there. Okay, all right, let's look at the next thing, which is the dial. This is really where I think this watch shines, and this is what makes it special edition. They even call this the Bezel because of the yellow and green, but it's actually formerly called the Felipe Massa. He's a race car driver, a very successful one. They named a bunch of watches after him, and rightfully so, because he's badass. Let's take a look at this dial and unpack it a little bit. What do you see? First thing, probably is a yellow. And this is a great example of RM really making beautiful accents to outline their special editions, much like a race car or some kind of limited edition something to make it look really cool. And I think it just looks fantastic. Look at the inner workings of this bezel. You see it's yellow, right? Yellow on the inside, and that really is special. Paired with this yellow strap, of course, even makes it pop even more, but that really gives it some oomph. And if you look a little more carefully here, you'll notice that the date right there at what I'm pointing to, at the 7 o'clock, it is a combination of both yellow and green. And if you look at the hands, they have green. That's why some people, as you can imagine, call this a Bezel. And if you look at the words RM005-FM, FM stands for Felipe Massa, and then 005 is a model number. It's written in yellow and green. And so again, outlining the colors and keeping it all there. And then interestingly, they put a red at the 6 o'clock, probably to give it that racing look on it, and just give it some accent, some color, some life. And don't forget, at 2005, I mean, man, this thing, when it came out, it blew everybody out the water. Although, strange enough, Richard Milles weren't doing that well back then. They were selling for like 50% off. But it just still, it was so ahead of its time. And even now, 20 years later, it still looks awesome. Okay, that's the dial. All right. Now, what else I could point out about the dial is that these numbers here, they're actually painted on the crystal so that they look floating above the movement. Yeah, that's actually the movement behind there. So it's a skeletonized movement, so you can see the movement behind. But those numbers are actually painted on the crystal, not the crystal sitting here. There's a secondary crystal behind this crystal. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? I think. And by the way, for a watch that has been sitting around and being worn and such for 20 years, I mean, the condition is incredible. Can you imagine? As long as you don't doink around with it, the watch is gonna be, more or less, very nice condition. Okay, let's look here at that's the case, the dial, the bracelet. Let me just show you the bracelet here. Now back then they didn't change the deployment buckles yet. They were still using tang buckles. So this one's a tang buckle right here. It's not a bad thing though, because tang buckle is actually very secure. And yeah, you can put on a yellow strap, black strap, many different straps. And the strap, you see how it's perfectly fit to it. There's no space, and they did that back then. They do it now. Okay, let's look at here at the movement here. Also, a beautiful movement, but I'm not going to say it's so intricately beautiful. For the time, it was incredible. Now, what are some things I'm going to point out about it? This is a RM005 movement. That's the name of it. Caliber RM005, as the name implies, right? Okay, what is special about it? Well, at the time, this is called the variable geometry rotor, which allows you to change the rotational inertia of the rotor by adjusting it inward or outward depending on if a person is active or inactive. It's pretty gimmicky. I doubt anyone actually uses it, but I gotta say it's really cool. Another thing that they have done is they've done not only the watch in titanium, but they even did the base plate in titanium. And back in 2005, that was hard as hell. To make the base plate in all titanium took quite a bit of work. Why? Because titanium is hard to work with, and these are very little parts. And if you actually look at all these tiny little screws, they are actually, many of them are, some of our 5 spline screws. They're very tiny, and just take a look at that. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like movements. Doesn't look like they're moving as of 2026, but this. Don't forget, this is the first movement, so it's a long time ago, right? Okay. All right. Anyway, so that's it. And because it's a limited piece, let me get this in focus here. Okay, there we go. Now you're in focus. You see, it says RM005F Massa. That stands for Felipe Massa, and then TI titanium. Yeah. Pretty cool. Okay, guys, time to try this on and give me my thoughts. All right. Now, I like the 005, and as I predicted at the beginning of this video, I believe that the RM005 is going to make a comeback. It's going to make a comeback, and RM is going to release it, and it's going to be a wild smash hit success. Why? Because a lot of people could, or actually should, be wearing a smaller watch, and this one is not that small. It's 45 millimeters. Look, my wrist is 7.25. Does this look small to you? Yeah, it's on a small strap. That's why it's on the last hole. But for a 7.25 inch wrist, does it look small on me? Not really, right? It actually looks pretty good. So I think, and I would wear it, so I think it actually will do very well. RM, they're magicians there. They're doing amazing work. Their watches from 20 years ago look just as good as they do now. Well, not just as good, but very, very good with these cool colors and the sizing. They kept the shape. They stayed true to it. I mean, it's just a fantastic watch. And get this. This watch is going to be in the hundreds, low hundreds as of 2026. That price might go up in the future, but as of 2026, it's low hundreds. And we can get this watch for you. Now, if I can't get you this one, I can get you another one or something similar. Now, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, hey, I want to buy this watch, don't buy it from someone else. I made this video, you watched it, you liked it, you decided to buy this watch because of this video, or partly because of this video. Let Jazz Time get this watch for you. Let us fulfill your request and get you this watch, and we'll get it for you at the lowest price anywhere online. I promise that. So check us out at the link in the description below.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.